Welcome back, players and collectors, to another episode of The Void, the unofficial Nostalgix TCG podcast. We have some super exciting news because at the time of this podcast going live on the video format, which should be 1 p.m. Eastern Time or noon Central on November 4th, the Kickstarter project for Cosmic Collision should be live, and I cannot wait. Yeah, I have alarm set already. So like when the Kickstarter goes live, that I can get on there and get everything I want right away, and hopefully nothing's sold out by the time I get to it because I'm gonna be at work when all this is dropping. But for you guys listening, you're probably hearing this a little bit early. So you're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek into what the tiers and stuff are going to be on Cosmic Collision. But if you're watching this on YouTube, then the Kickstarter project is already live. But we are going to spend time today and talk about the Kickstarter and go through everything on the Kickstarter. Everything. So let's dive right on in. All right, as you guys can see on the screen, again, if you're watching the video side of things, then you get to see that we are on the Kickstarter page of what's going to be the official Nostalgix TCG Kickstarter thing. Now, this, like I said, this will be live by the time the video version of this goes up, but it's not going to matter. You guys can all kind of see it, get a little bit excited, jump into what you're going to want when you back this Kickstarter. And trust me, you are going to want to back this Kickstarter. I'll tell you what tier I was going for and what my plan was, but then what tier I ultimately think I'm going to end up with and still getting tons of extras. But we are jumping a little ahead of ourselves. We're going to look first things first. The Nostalgix trading card game TCG Cosmic Collision. Chaotically fun card game with masterful art and cerebral gameplay. Teachable in 2 minutes, puzzling to master. Now, there is a goal of $50,000. That is what the Nostalgix team's goal is. And that is to get everything from the cards printed, the metal cards, which you're going to see here very shortly, made, and just everything surrounding like the whole production here. And it's well worth it. Trust me, it is well worth it. But we're going to dive right on in. The first thing you see here is that there is a video. It's a little welcome page, if you will. I can't hear it right now. I don't have the audio being able to go through on my system over here. So unfortunately, you're going to have to go watch this for yourself. But there is a nice little intro video featuring Zaba himself, and he even did a little spoiler with Valkyrian, kind of leading the pack there. That's all I wanted to show on that. That's all I wanted to show. No, it's a really good video. It's about 3.5 minutes. It even has the nostalgic theme song, but like a different variation of it put on as the background music. Just, you guys definitely want to watch the video. It's really good. Also, Who Dis? Who Dis? And Fantasia Stella. There's some really good stuff in here. So first things first, we're scrolling down. You get the story. It's going to tell you a little bit about Nostalgix and like what it is. But on this little GIF you see here, you get a little bit of a look at like what digital art would, or not digital art, digital holographic would be on these cards. So maybe coming to a TCG platform, like when the Nostalgix game mobile app and all that goes live, maybe we'll see some holographic cards in the future, which would be really, really cool. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit here so we can see it a little bit better. And there we go. So you can see it's got like some shine and sheen to it. But we're going to scroll on down. You guys don't have to worry about the left or right side. I'm going to be going over all of this today. But as you kind of read the little intro piece here, you have a little how to play, and this is the 2 minute video of how to play Nostalgics. And for all of my collector friends out there, or people who've been interested in learning Nostalgics, I truly, this is a really good video that shows you the basics and breakdown of the gameplay and how the game works. So I highly recommend everybody watch that. And then it has a view longer form gameplay here, Cluster Fox versus Divine Rule. So if you want to see like an actual battle and play, then click on this one here and you can um, watch that video. But why Kickstarter? So he made a little post on here. Making a trading card game takes teams of people a lot of time, planning, and money. Luckily, we've done this before, and the hard part is already complete. As of this Kickstarter, our team has already put thousands of hours into creating the new card templates, gameplay mechanics, artwork, packaging, and even all of the alternate rarities. Nostalgic's Cosmic Collision is fully realized and ready to print. So why Kickstarter? You reading this. Since our initial Kickstarter, the indie TCG scene has exploded, and many new fans of the space have emerged as craving a consistent, high quality product and experience. Kickstarter offers a way to connect not just with our existing base, but to expand that organically to new potential players, collectors, and game stores. Also, crucially, printing a set of this technical complexity and quality costs a lot of money. We literally can't do what we do without you. So basically, the Kickstarter is the easiest logistical way to make this happen. Um, Talking with Zaba and kind of seeing where things are with Nostalgics, I think that Cosmic Collision could happen without Kickstarter. I think it's just it solves a lot more problems to just go this route than not. Let's see. So we have the set breakdown. So it tells you right here Cosmic Collision features 5 heroes, 69 fighters, 21 spell cards, 15 surprises, 9 equipments, and 9 arena cards, plus 25 alternate rarity cards to collect, including classic vaults, void rares, rainbow rares, gold cards, and even a secret card. Our lips are sealed. So there's a lot of good stuff coming with this. And as we scroll a little bit further down, you're actually going to get to see a little bit of some of the new rarities. And boy, they look good. They do not disappoint at all. But we're moving down the list here. There's set highlights, which are some of the new abilities here. You have Orbital. When this card is sent to the void, place it on the bottom of your deck instead. So perpetual deck. You'll never run out of deck. When this card is played, choose another friendly fighter. As long as they both are in play, they share their abilities, even if either evolves. So it's a good way to get fighters with dual abilities, which is huge for the actual gameplay mechanic piece of it. It opens up a lot more combos you could potentially have. Crazy. And then you have Nebula Shield. Prevent the first instance of damage dealt to this card each turn. I already know of some certain taunt defense decks that could benefit in a big way from Nebula Shield. So this will be fun. There are Titans in Nostalgics now as well. These Titans are Behemoth Titans, have risen from Nostrum to protect land from the Cosmic Collision, each with an incredibly powerful ability. These can only be played by paying their 8 costs, so no extra life, no cheating no cheating with pure chaos or any other surprises or arenas to get these guys out early. You must pay the 8 mana in order to summon these Titans, but they are well worth it if you can get them out. And then there's entities of all types. And these entities of each fighter have emerged. Each represents an ale, which can be described as a living birthmark on characters, allowing magical ability of that type to go against their design and use a forbidden element is to lose yourself and become a beast. So essentially, each fighter, hero, whoever has one of these ales that are like born onto them as a living birthmark or attached to them as a living birthmark and provides them powers of that type. So, like the water entity here, if you have the water entity birthmark, essentially, then you will be a water fighter and it gives you the water abilities and powers. And to use something like fire, which is not your natural birth right, I guess you could call it in a sense, would turn you into is going to lose yourself and turn you into a beast. Um, which I don't have insider information, but I'm thinking that's what happened to Shiga, honestly, because Shiga used to not be evil, right? So just a little food for thought there, a little tidbit, I just want to throw out there. What is your sign? So zodiac signs come into play here as well. The horoscope business comes in with cards. And honestly, I cannot think of a single TCG that has included this type of stuff in it. Maybe there are some that exist, but this is by far the most creative way to include horoscopes or, like your astrological sign, your zodiac sign. So you have one for each of the 12 zodiac signs, which are really cool. I believe I'm a Libra. I will have to double check and confirm. I don't really know. I'm not really big into the astrological sign thing. I love astrology or astronomy, but astrology is not like my forte. But I think I'm a Libra. But these are pretty cool. I think this is going to get a lot of people excited. And then we have Team Star Frog. So kind of an ode to Team Star Fox. You have Team Star Frog with Star Frog, O-Star, Bungie, and Sonara. And this is the thing I think is going to excite the most people is the out of this world card rarities. Whew, we've got some good stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. And this is what's going to really make you want to get tons of these boxes, as many as you can. Besides the fact that everything is limited quantity and that there's only, I think, roughly 5,000 boxes being made. And that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. No first edition, no unlimited, nothing like that. So, like the first Kickstarter, they had the 5,500 day zero boxes that sold out like instantaneously. And then Zaba and team made first edition booster boxes included, so more people had chances at getting in. This time it's just the 5,000 booster boxes, and we are done, ladies and gentlemen. So get your boxes while you can. But there's new rarities in here. We have frame break rare hollows. So if you're not watching on the video side, basically you have the rare card frame, the gold frame on the outside at the top half of the card. But as you go down the side of that border, it turns into from the gold card border into whatever the card background is. So the example they have on here is Refracta, and it's like a dark gray silvery type of material card. And if that's all holographic, oh, that's gonna look so good. Next is alternate art void rares. So void rares obviously have been special cards in the past, but now they're all going to be considered alternate arts. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like to me that means all of the void rares in the set will have different arts than their normal cards, which may be the first time in Nostalgic's history that this has happened with every single void rare card. I know with base set and with harmonic surge, some of the voids were literally just dark versions of the same artwork. I believe with this, these are all alternate arts. Then we have rainbow rares. I think is going to be a pretty popular one here. A lot of these full art heroes and fighters are going to be in rainbow rare form. People are sleeping on rainbow rares. I mean, in Pokemon they were popular for a little while, and then they got overplayed, and people didn't like them anymore. But they were pretty popular, and I think they're going to be really good here too. Then we have Team Starfrog Gold cards. So now this is the first set where we will have more than one gold card for the set. So, base set, we had the Golden Lucky Frog. Harmonic Surge, we had the Golden Turnip. And those were the only golden cards in their respective sets. This time we have four. It's all four members of Team Star Frog, and I believe they're all alternate arts as well. So that's crazy. That is crazy. Then we have Classic Vault Reverse Hollows. And as you can see on the screen, if you are watching, of course, that there is a Lucky Frog from base set in, what is that, like 16-bit design. Really cool. Really cool. And it says reverse hollow. So that means the borders and everything will be hollow. I'm kind of excited about that. I really want to see what they look like. And then, of course, we have a secret card. I do believe it's only one because it says secret card, not secret cards. But my guess, I've kind of said it before, my guess is that this is either the Deity of Nost as a secret card, as like a stellar rare type of card, or it's Shiga the Destroyer before he was Shiga the Destroyer. So maybe Shiga the Protector or something like that. That would be kind of cool. But I think it's one of those two things. And I would be very surprised if I learned that it is not one of them, which I really could be wrong right now. I have, again, no insider information. Um, I could be really, really wrong here, but those are my guesses. So now we're getting to the pledge levels, which this is a big thing people want to know about. If you're in the Twin Cities Con, which is happening simultaneously right now in Minnesota, you've probably already seen a lot of these tiers. I believe Zaba is talking about the tiers already. This is what they're going to be. Um, and I think he's already showcased all of these tiers off. I think the only thing that's going to be new here is prices, which most people could probably guesstimate what they are already anyway. But the first tier we have here is Time Traveler Dobbs. Now, Dobbs is a content creator who's made into a custom hero card by Zaba and his team, much like how mine was. But this time he is going to be featured on the Elite Hero box. So in the original Kickstarter, we had the Unlisted Agent Ando. So the Unlisted Leaf Elite Hero box that had the Agent Ando card on it. This one's going to have Time Traveler Dobbs. And I'm very excited to get this. I've been wanting one of these cards, one of these promos, and it's great to see that this is going to be a way we kind of make it happen. And the box itself is the exact same, looks the exact same as the other Elite Hero box, but it's going to have 5 Cosmic Collision packs plus the Day Zero stamped Time Traveler Dobbs promo card. So, pretty excited about that. And it's going to be $29. Moving on, we have the Battle Dex Hero, and this is a special tier for me, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But this has one Taunt Tower battle deck and the Kazira Liko cloth playmat to go with it. And then the other one is the Shell Shock battle deck that has King Frigga's cloth playmat. I love both of these playmats. I do have a King Frigga's Diesel playmat already, but I do not have the Kazira, so that'll be nice to get. But both of these decks are special because I did create them for the most part. I think I think Zaba was making one or two slight changes to the decks to maybe include some Cosmic Collision cards into them. But it's really special to me because these are two decks that I made and was able to play test and battle test with Zaba and his brother Josh at Gen Con. And it's really cool to see something I've helped create come into fruition and become part of an official product like this. So I will definitely be picking up at least one of each just to have on my shelf because I these are cool. But if you're gonna go for this tier here, it is $49. The next tier up is the Booster Box Hero. So these are simply that, just one booster box of 36 packs for $79. I believe there's going to be an early bird tier for this as well. I'm not sure on the price. It's going to be a little bit cheaper than $79, but if you are one of the first 100 people to select the early bird tier, I think it's 100, you get the booster box for a special lower price. So if you are listening to this and you haven't already um, like checkmarked that you want to be notified upon launch, then you definitely want to do that or set an alarm or something so that when this goes live, you can be one of those first 100 people and get a discounted booster box. It's well worth it, people. It's well worth it. There is the next tier here, which is the Little Dipper Hero. This one includes one Cosmic Collision Day Zero booster box, the Taunt Tower battle deck, the Taunt or the Shell Shock battle deck, both playmats previously mentioned, and the Time Traveler Dobbs Elite Hero box. But it does not stop there because purchasing this tier, you also get a booster box voucher for a free box of base set first edition or Harmonic Surge first edition. Wow. Absolutely nuts. You get an extra booster box with your booster box. Um, I had to make sure that it wasn't with the original booster box tier, but with this tier, you do get a free booster box of base set or Harmonic Surge. And I know there's going to be some naysayers out there that talk about how like, oh, this is a good way to clear inventory. Sure, it may be a good way to clear inventory, but this is something Zaba has talked about and has shown in action many times over that, he cares about the community. And what I'm saying is, we're in an economic point across every country around the globe where TCGs and trading cards just don't have the same priority as they used to. Things like TCGs, newer TCGs especially, have been put way down low on the totem pole of priority because, it's getting harder to survive financially in the world. And this is one way that Zava has come up with being able to let somebody come into the TCG for the first time ever, or some other players who need more cards to build better decks, get extra cards, get extra packs, an extra box, and be able to get a set that they haven't gotten into already, or maybe has been hard for them to get into. It's like a good way to give back to the community. So somebody who's brand new is coming into this and getting a box of Cosmic Collision, and maybe they never had a chance at the first edition base set or first edition Harmonic Surge. They can get a box of one of those along with the Cosmic Collision, and it's a good way to let people get a taste of what they may be missing out. No other TCGs doing this. Pokemon's not doing it. Magic's not doing it. None of these new Kickstarter TCGs are doing anything like this. In fact, they're all going in the opposite direction and making things more pricey to keep up with the inflation and all that. But they're not thinking about the community here. And that's exactly what Zaba is doing with these vouchers. So, like, incredible. You need to jump on this if you are interested in the game and you kind of want to get a little bit of everything. This is the tier for you. You get two booster boxes, both battle decks, an elite hero box, and two playmats. $149. It's an easy buy-in. The next tier we have is the booster case hero. And as you guessed it, it's a booster case, which is 6 boxes, booster boxes of Cosmic Collision. This one is $399. So you're getting, a pretty premium discount off of boxes by going and buying in bulk like this. Um, but with the case of Cosmic Collision, you also get 6 booster box vouchers again for base set, first edition, or Harmonic Surge. So you're getting 12 booster boxes for the price of 6. That's nuts. It's crazy. It's amazing. Um, so you could get your 3 boxes or your 6 boxes of Cosmic Collision and maybe do like 3 base set or 3 Harmonic Surge. Especially as a new person, this would be fantastic because you don't have to worry about adding on a booster box of Harmonic Surge or adding on a booster box of base set. You could just do this and get them for free. Um, Going on beyond that, we have the Grand Hero, which, as you guessed it, is a grand in price. So $999. It's technically $1 shy, but you get the gist. You get 2 cases of Cosmic Collision, so 12 booster boxes total. Then you get 2 of the Elite Hero boxes, 2 of the Shell Shock decks, battle decks, 2 of the Taunt Tower battle decks, and then 2 playmats as well. 2 of each playmat, I should say. And then you get 12 booster box vouchers. So for $1,000, you are getting 24 booster boxes. Again, that is crazy. That is unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. There is no TCG. At Pokemon, you want to get a case of 6 boxes, $600. Easy, easy all day long. You're getting 24. 24 for $1,000. Man, nuts. Absolutely nuts. Next tier up is the Big Dipper Hero. You get 6 cases of Cosmic Collision booster boxes. That's 36 boxes. 6 battle decks, 6 of each battle deck, 6 Time Hero or Time Traveler Dobbs Elite Hero boxes, 6 of each playmat, and you guessed it, 36 booster box vouchers for 36 booster boxes. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I mean, these tiers are beyond worth it. Seriously, if I had the money for it, I would probably go for some of these high end tiers like this just because it's beyond worth it. You get what is that, 72 booster boxes for $2,500? Holy cow. And then we're not done yet. The last tier is the Limit Break Hero, which I believe is reserved to only 5 slots for this. If you do a Limit Break Hero, it's $4,777, which is pretty pricey, but you're getting 60 Cosmic Collision Day Zero booster boxes, which are 10 cases. You get 10 of each battle deck and playmat, 10 of the Elite Hero boxes. You get 60 booster box vouchers, which is nuts. And there's always an and you get your limit break card, 1 of 100. Technically you're going to get all 100 of whatever card that you come up with between you and the Nostalgix team. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Oh man, and they're going to be printed with unique alpha numeric codes for card security, so they can't be faked. Um, Absolutely mind blowing. But there's going to be some add-ons as well. So you get the Fantasia Stella promo card. These are Kickstarter exclusive. Each backer will already get one of these back for backing our campaign. So literally doing any tier, you get the Fantasia Stella promo added on free of charge. And then you may add up to 4 additional copies with this add-on for $5 each. And then same with the metal serialized promo card, which is the Hero Helper 7. So get a Hero Helper 7 silver metal card, limit of 2 added on per backer. Each backer already gets one of these for backing the campaign. So again, you just back a tier, you get this, you get both these promo cards, really. So you're going to get the Fantasia Stella, which, by the way, is the first of the stellar rares we're going to be getting. So the opposite of the void rares are the stellar rares. They're like these white and bright cards. So this gonna be the first one we get. I'm really looking forward to that. But you do get both of these. You can add a couple on of each in the end. But then we get into some playmats here. There's 4 different playmats. There's the Cosmic Splash, which I think is my personal favorite, and I am beyond a shadow of doubt getting this one. I'm probably getting all 4 playmats if I'm being honest, but you've got the Cosmic Splash, which again, this was kind of like the image up on the top video at the beginning of the page. Then there's the Cosmic Sunset. I just love how simple the design is, like all 8-bit, 16-bit. This one's just really unique. I really love it, so I'm gonna grab that. The hero slot is even outlined in gold, or it is gold, so it kind of like stands out a little bit. The void is red. I love it. Then there's a Devesta playmat, which sinister looking. This is like the Shiga playmat from the original Kickstarter. I'm definitely getting this one as well. And then Team Starfrog. I feel like this is going to be a very popular choice for a lot of people. Team Starfrog here. All of these playmats coming in at $15, which is really not bad. So I'm very excited about that. Then you can get an acrylic case if you want it as well. Now, they did do this with the original Kickstarter. Really good. I do have, I think I have, yeah, I've got both first edition and base sets, or day 0 of base set, in acrylic cases. I do need to get another one for Harmonic Surge, and I will need another one for Cosmic Collision. So there's that. But you can also add on the Time Traveler Dobbs Elite Hero box. So if you get let's say just the 1 booster box tier, and you also want the Time Traveler Dobbs, you can add one of those on for $29. I don't know if I said the acrylic case, by the way, it was $25. The starter decks. So I know there's not very many of these starter decks left. Zabo was talking about it at convention in Gen Con about how we were getting kind of low on the starter decks. So if you wanted to get the Mystery of Mako and the Huntsman starter decks, this is probably your best opportunity to do it. You get both of these for $29, but this also includes 2 packs of mystery card sleeves. So each deck will essentially come with card sleeves that you can sleeve them up and play. And it's the same for the other starter decks as well. So we have all 6 of the original starter decks included in here, and then each tier has 2 different decks. So the first one has the Mystery Mako and the Huntsman. The second one has Cluster Fox and Divine Rule. The third one has Singularity and Turnip Time. And they all come with 2 packs of sleeves, random sleeves. And then for the next add-on, you can just do the battle decks, so the Shell Shock and Taunt Tower decks with the playmats, the respective playmats. You can do both those for $49. Then you can add on the previous set booster boxes. So you can get first edition base set for $79. You can do Harmonic Surge for $79. And you can also add on another box of Cosmic Collision for $79. So if you were looking to get more boxes, that's a good way to do it as well. For stretch goals, this is something a lot of people are going to be looking forward to as well. For hitting the $50,000 goal, which is just like the baseline goal for the Kickstarter, all backers will receive 1 Cheshire Roll promo card shipped with their benefits. Now, this Cheshire Roll is the first spoiler for set number 4, Fantastic Feasts. Very cool, very excited about that. This card just looks beautiful. It looks like it's going to be foiled up. It's going to be great. And then it also unlocks the potential add-on for, you can buy more Cheshire Roll promo cards, limit of 4 per backer for $5. But you can also unlock the Metal Atomic Frog card here, you see, and you can get that for $7, limit of 2 per backer. But you're not going to automatically get the Atomic Frog metal card. You have to purchase it, but it unlocks the ability for you to purchase. And you're going to see that kind of through a couple of these tiers here. The $100,000 stretch goal, if we hit it, which I think we will easily, is all backers will receive one Sir Pinko promo card shipped with their benefits. Sir Pinko is another fantastic feast spoiler right here, and a very beautiful card at that. But it also unlocks Neo Delios metal card for purchase, which I love these metal cards. I'm a huge fan. At 150,000, all backers will receive one Alice promo card. Again, a fantastic feast spoiler card. This card is beyond beautiful. I love it, and I want it so bad. So I really hope we hit the 150,000. But it also unlocks another playmat, the Yugen playmat. So it's the very evil looking planet thing. I don't know what it is, but it's evil. For $200,000, if we hit that stretch goal, all backers will receive one King of Sweets promo card shipped with the benefits. Then it unlocks the Metal Dr. Corvus card here. If we hit $350,000, then we get the 4 Titans as playmats unlocked. And then a mystery item from the vault will be added to each backer's rewards. So you do get something for hitting the stretch goal, but then it also unlocks the ability to get the Titan playmats for $15 each. And then the final goal, stretch goal, is $500,000. If we hit this, this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. If we hit this, a second, even larger mystery item from the vault will be added to each backer's rewards, but it unlocks everything we need for the graphic novel, The Battle for Makora. Hitting $500,000 provides the team with enough funding to make the graphic novel a reality. And it already says right here, it quoted a high 5-figure cost to produce the art for the entire 70-page graphic novel, and it's going to take 238 days to produce. They did partner with a really prestigious Japanese graphic novel company to get this printed. So if we hit the $500,000 goal, which I'm really hoping we do, then you know this graphic novel is going to be top tier quality. I'm all about it. Top tier quality. And here's a little snippet and a sneak peek of what the graphic novel is going to look like without some text. So if you're on the audio only side, I apologize, but it is a nice little comic panel of Booster Box Dragon doing like a hyper beam blast on something, smoke clears, and then they realize there is a character with a void shield and a void sword. I'm not going to say too much more, but void shield and void sword. So I'm just going to leave it there. So it even says right here, in a magical world ruled by destiny, Shiga embarks on an epic journey in search of his soul brother. However, during his quest, he must confront his fate and discover the true nature of his power, a power capable of changing the world. So it kind of gives you a little snippet of what the book, the graphic novel would look like. And here's some epic, very epic drawings of some scenery, some places that would pop up in the graphic novel, which again, fantastic. And then it kind of goes on to talk about organized play a little bit. They've partnered with Cardio to create the NGEM, which is what we've been doing our tabletop simulator tournaments and webcam tournaments on, which have been a lot of fun. If you want to learn to play, you should definitely learn to play and then join these tournaments. And then it has like a little bit for the art team here. So you got obviously the creator, Zaba or Hunter. Then you have the art director, which is Vim. And you also have Edwin San, who's the lead artist. And then it can kind of continues on from here. You got the Creation Studio, which is a group of people. Then you have Bias Art, Corsula Robots, and then Psionics. And at the very bottom, it gives you the timeline, the rough estimate timeline of how things are going to work. Now, this just has to be bumped by one because, oh no, it already did bump. It's showing it as Saturday the 4th. So it's showing it's going to start on the 4th and then it will end on December 4th, which is a Monday. And then payments will be due on that day. So if you're worried about money right now, if you back it immediately, you will not be charged right away. You will only be charged at the end of the campaign if it hits its goal, which again, I think the $50,000 goal is going to be hit no problem. But it won't happen until you won't be charged until the end of the campaign. And then it's got 2 weeks for Nostalgix to send out shipping surveys and then start the process of like putting the orders in, getting the game printed and all that. And then, January through April game is being shipped to Fulfill Right Center. And then May is product in all of our hands. And that's just a rough estimate. It could be sooner. It might be a little bit later. I don't think it'll go past May though, but it could be sooner. And it's got like a little breakdown of the budget here. So based on the $50,000 goal, product and planning paid for by Nostalgix 50%, printing is 35%, freight is 10%, and marketing is 5%. And then it's got some partner stuff on here and all that. So really, really cool, a really well designed and thought out Kickstarter page. And I can't wait to see how fast this thing blows up and sells out. But if we're looking at the tiers again, because I think everything had a limit, there's only so many could, purchase each tier. You could do a personal pledge or whatever without actually getting rewards, just for supporting the project if you wanted. But then for like the Time Traveler Dobbs Elite Hero box, um, actually this might not have a limit either. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That one doesn't have a limit. The Battle Dex Hero doesn't have a limit. Oh, here we go. Early Bird Booster Box Hero, $65. There it is. That one is limited quantity of 100. So you got to be one of the first 100 people to get in on this if you want it for that price. Then otherwise, there's 1,500 of the booster box tier. And mind you, the numbers kind of skew a little bit versus how many people do add-ons and stuff too. Let's see. The Little Dipper is limited to 250. I think this is going to be a very popular tier. And again, I think this is the tier I was originally going to go for to get a booster box. I wanted both battle decks. I wanted the Elite Hero thing. And then I was going to add on like 2 booster boxes and just call it a day. But I think it's going to be better off I think it's going to be better off in the end if I go for the booster case hero thing for 400 plus 6 vouchers. So you get 12 boxes. I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to add on some of the extra goodies. Like I'm going to add on both of the decks and the Elite Hero box. And then probably a lot of the promos. I think that's the way I'm trying to do it right now. But that is limited to 100. So I'm going to have to be quick on that one too. The Grand Hero is limited to 50. The Big Dipper is limited to 10. I mean, that's pretty pricey though, $2,500. And then the Limit Break Hero, the most expensive one, is limited to 5. So 5 people can jump in on that tier. That would be kind of nuts though. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Nostalgix Cosmic Collision Kickstarter page. I cannot believe we are finally here. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you check out the description for the links of the Kickstarter page, or if you're listening to this on the audio side, just go to Kickstarter and search for Nostalgix, or you could go to the Discord page or go to like my Twitter or Instagram page. I'm sure I'm posting the link of the Kickstarter everywhere, so you guys can click on those, check them out. But make sure you back this project. This is going to be a phenomenal project. The art is bar none. The game is so fantastic. This set is going to be huge, and it's bringing a lot to the table. So make sure you back it and get to in a tier that you really want before they sell out. But that's all we're going to discuss in today's episode of the Void Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on the YouTube side. Make sure you follow me on the audio sides of things, and go ahead and leave me comments and reviews. What you like, what you don't like, what do you think about the Cosmic Collision Kickstarter, and we'll move on from there. But thank you all for hanging out with me, for listening, and for watching. And that's all we have. We will see you in another episode.